Okay, excuse me for my appearance. I've been running errands the whole day, but I really wanted to, because I've been really thinking about this recently, where my perspective has shifted so much after deleting social media on roles for women and what it is, the harmony between the two genders, and how it even works. Because I was so influenced by social media, and I feel like a lot of people are completely brainwashed, and the reason for that is because they feel the need to they feel this need to just conform, and we don't like to be ostracized by people, and we pick up on these trends, and especially young people. Like, I was so influenced where I was like, yeah, girl boss, hashtag become empowered, and I picked up on so many movements that I knew nothing about. Like, I was just a sheep. And on social media it's so normal, because if you go against some kind of opinion where, or your own actual, like, a lot of people don't even know their own opinions. Like, the I haven't had social media in a year and a half, 2 years, and I feel like over that time, because I wasn't influenced by these external factors, I could really just form my own opinions about what it is I believed was right, my true values, my true beliefs. Because if a person doesn't even know that about themselves, and I feel like social media really I guess puts a curtain on top of it. It's like puts a band-aid, and people truly don't know themselves, and I feel like this is a big issue right now in the world. Well, anyway, when I deleted social media, another thing is that I recently got it 2 days ago, and I'm just going to summarize the reason why. In the past, I didn't know how to control myself. I was overflowing with so many emotions. I was living the life where I hated the way I felt. I felt like I was just some spectator. I felt like I was just some bystander, and I felt like life was living me. And that sounds really cliche, but that's just generally how I felt. And I was so scared of continuing to live like this, where I just knew that the first way for me to go was to just delete social media. And that really helped. So these online platforms, these YouTube, Twitter, whatever, they're just tools. And the thesis is, like, my opinion on this is that there's way deeper issues. If you if you have a high screen time, it may be because you're bored, maybe because you're lonely, because you don't know how to cope with something, you don't know how to cope with your emotions, so you distract yourself on social media. That there are deeper issues to this. So the high screen time is just the result. And right now I feel like I would be able to use it correctly and be able to control myself on it. So it's a level of trust that I built upon with myself, but that took time and time and time and consistency of me proving to myself that I could trust. So with the feminist perspective that you see nowadays, Vivian, sorry, my dog. With the feminist perspective that you see nowadays, I feel like it's really diminishing on men, where women have to put them down in order to put themselves up onto a pedestal, make themselves feel better. Now, there's different perspectives on, like, feminism. Like, there's really extreme. There's really also extreme for everything is bad. But I feel like a lot of women are so hooked on the trend of just being and wanting to do everything themselves, where in reality this is not how we cannot eradicate billions of years of evolution in 2 decades where we completely switch up these roles. Like, in our genetics, we are inherently more nurturing. We're inherently we want to give more, we crave intimacy more, we crave a deeper connection more. And I'm generalizing right now, but I cannot state this on an individual basis to everyone in the world. Same for men. Men are inherently built to be more protective, and you cannot eradicate this in 2 decades. And I feel like now, where in the past, when I was so influenced by social media, I was like, I want to do everything. I want to hire a maid, and I want to work, and that's like, okay, that's fine. But the question is, did I actually want to do that, or was I just lying to myself? And I feel like I was just lying to myself because because of the social media, because of standards, and because I wanted to conform to what was trendy, what was popular, without asking myself what it is I want to do. Now, right now, I want to establish myself. I want to have an impact on this world. I want to create something, but I also have realized that I can't do everything. That I can't, the same way, not even a man, not even a woman, not even an individual. One person cannot be a master at everything. So you have to pick and choose what it is you want to dedicate your life to. And once again, this is a big question that a lot of people don't ask themselves because they keep distracting themselves with so many things, with so many addictions. So being vulnerable with yourself on a personal basis and just taking time to ask yourself these hard questions, so many people don't do that. So what is it that you want to dedicate your life to, and what is it that you realize that you have to sacrifice? Because a man and a woman, they're built to be harmonious. They're built to be complementary to each other. Now, it's a different thing, and I'm not telling you to rely on a man. That's 100% not, because with interdependence comes so many issues where women can't escape from harsh situations, where they realize they're falling out of love. Damn, like I can talk for hours about this topic, about what makes a relationship, the concept of marriage and how it influences dynamics, where the man, like a lot of the times, the man is like, oh, I'm a husband, I'm a male right now, or the female, or the husband is like, I'm a husband, I'm a father, and then the woman is like, I'm a married woman, and I'm a wife, and I'm a mother, and then they stick to these roles, and then it kind of ruins the whole relationship because they feel like, oh, just because we've gotten married, I have to stop trying. I have to stop experiencing new solutions. I have to stop having new experiences. I have to stop getting to know you better. We have to stop living and just dedicate our whole lives to our children. And that's, in my opinion, that I feel like that's a lot of the times why marriages fail. So really establishing and asking yourself what it is that you actually want to live. And even now, a lot of women on social media really look down on women that want to be housewives and that just want to be with their family, and be stay-at-home wives. And I used to really look down on that, and I used to just be like, how can anyone want that? Like, how can you not want to go out into the career, into the workforce and make money? But some people have different intentions in life. Some people have, and actually a lot of people do, but they just don't know it themselves. And they haven't asked themselves this question because they're so easily influenced on social media. And actually everyone's easily influenced on social media. Another thing that I want to bring up is having unrealistic expectations for the opposite gender, not only physically wise but also emotionally wise, and just in general. He has to be 6'4", she has to be 5'4", she has to be slim thick, he has to be basketball player earning this much. Like, not only does this limit your options, where in reality you're not meeting that person. Like a lot of people are just so in denial, so unrealistic. Not only to where are you meeting that person, but also look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table? Are you also that high value person that you're trying to attract? And a lot of the times it's not. Now, another thing is that these people could genuinely believe that they are, and I find that a lot of women, especially with social media now, where we're getting told and yelled at, look in the mirror and call yourself beautiful, look in the mirror and tell yourself you're this and that, purely lying to yourself, when in reality you're not. Then these true biases, these true denials start forming in your own head about yourself, where you feel like you deserve better than you actually do. But really understanding where it is you're biased about yourself and picking and choosing what quality traits about yourself that fits your scenario and that version of yourself that you have in your head, like, it's hard. Like it's hard. So my recommendation for that is just ask someone who's really close to you about what your flaws are or whatever. That's a whole different thing. The point is that expectations, let's be a little realistic here, okay? Like, also with pornography, men who watch pornography, they set these crazy standards for women, where in reality a lot of these women cannot meet these standards, especially for the type of men that are watching pornography, who not only are you just having crazy instant gratification, where when you go out in the real world, men don't face that rejection. And I feel like rejection is really important for men because it tells you what you should be working for, where your minuses are, where your pluses are. And pornography is such an issue now, where these crazy expectations for women that in reality don't even occur leaves men being like, damn, and leaves men resorting to escorts, leaves men resorting to a lot of German men. I don't know why, I watched a documentary in this. A lot of German men go to Thailand, Pattaya, Phuket. These are islands there, or like Indonesia and these low developing countries and get themselves really attractive women, and then the switch is that he gets a really attractive woman, a 12 out of 10 that he sees on porn videos, and she gets money, so it's like an exchange. But like it all goes down to the same question, in my opinion. How, okay, I'm gonna sound like really guru inspirational right now, but like, how is this meaningful, and how is this impactful on your life? Like, it's all just band-aids and band-aids and band-aids on some crazy deeper issues of you trying to hide about yourself. And like also men experiencing, Jesus, I can actually waffle for hours on this on top, but let me not go away for the whole topic. Women, if you're watching this video, be realistic and ask yourself, what am I bringing to the table? And I've had to ask myself this a lot of the times and realized that, well, damn, like I need to humble myself. And with social media, these crazy baddie syndrome people everywhere telling you you're this, you're that, and having these facades of putting yourself on social media in such a manner where in reality you don't live up to that, and then you kind of have like a, or like also other people putting them on such a pedestal and then comparing yourself to them. So be realistic with yourself and ask yourself, what are you bringing to the table, and what your role are, like what do you actually want out of a relationship? What do you actually want to see in your own life? How do you actually want it to play out? Do you want to be there for your kids? Do you want to also be successful in your own career place? And it shouldn't be extreme. It shouldn't be 100% where you want to go strive and be successful. Go do that. It doesn't mean that you're going to have a bad relationship. A lot of people also assume this, which is also wrong, where just because a woman is highly successful, they think that she doesn't have relationships, and that if a woman's really career based, then she's like, she doesn't want that. That's also wrong. So it goes both ends. But again, like I said, extreme versions of everything is always bad. So really asking yourself, what is it that you actually want out of life, and then living your own truth. So ending it on this note.